Hello Internet, and welcome to week 9 of the MBL. So I'm here again with Cybertron.
Hello, hello.
And we're playing Team Crumpet this week. And we've got a slightly interesting team. Let's just pick the team. Not that one. That one. So we're doing something interesting this week. I mean, our backs are kind of against the wall in this league. So, we're just going to have some fun, hopefully, and try and play with this interesting strategy. Basically, this is unburdened Drifblim, but it is quiet nature with a speed IV of 11, so it actually underspeeds timid Tapu Lele. So we're going to gravity and try and put some things to sleep. That's the hope anyway. But we'll see how this goes. If it goes badly, it goes badly. They have won a few games. I think they're like 3-5. I think they're a decent record in the league. They've won more than we have anyway. So
yeah, no, it definitely feels like this year. All the teams have definitely had some pretty big wins under their belts, and I think with so many weeks and in a draft league where preparation really does matter, it's no surprise that we've seen, a lot of teams do well. So they've impressed me. I think their draft I thought was especially good. It's something that I would really like to have played with. Something like Gothmawai I think is really flexible. So many intimidators on their side as well. So
yeah,
we do have a lot of special attackers. So we'll see how this matches up.
Yeah, their play has got better throughout the season as well, I think.
Yeah.
But also,
they
just
definitely impressed me. They're getting better.
My capture card has been pretty much breaking. It's on its last legs right now. So if this is from, from Aaron's side, or if it looks weird, it looks different, then that's why. But hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's gonna keep working. So
yeah,
I'm literally pressing my DS as lightly as I can to press the buttons. But Patter's taking his time selecting his team here. But yeah, okay. So they've got quite a trick room oriented team. So we're thinking this is probably our best way of denying their trick room. We don't really mind if our Tapu Lele goes down first turn, because we're kind of expecting maybe a more wild Gothitelle lead. We don't really expect a fast mode. I mean, they could lead with something like a Snarl Manectric, which would be a little bit annoying. But I don't know. They might just Snarl, they might Volt Switch out and try and trick room. Who knows? But we'll have to try and play it by ear, I suppose. Our Sharpedo does look good against their team, but they've got 3 Pokemon with Intimidate. Nidoqueen looks very good against their team as well, but again, if they get Trick Room up, they'll have threats for it too. So we are hopefully going to be able to traverse this. We have got a Fungus, but they are very likely to have the safety goggles somewhere on their team as well.
Yeah, they've. I watched a couple of their games. I haven't watched too many of the games in the MBL in general this year, but it seems like some of the wins, it's been super close games, and they play super far. Other games, it seems like they kind of take their opponent takes a quick lead, and then they just aren't able to come back from that. I think I watched the most recent game was against the Jamies, and that seemed like the case. But they had a really impressive win against Lee and Alex, I want to say, in a few weeks ago. So looking forward to what they bring out. They're really cool guys and just great content creators as well. So it should be a fun one.
So there's no Vivillon. So Gyarados.
Yeah, Manectric and Goth are on the same side, which is interesting.
So they could lead. They could lead Mawile Chandelure. They could lead Mawile Gothitelle. They could lead Tangela or Tangrowth rather on one of their Trick Room sets as well.
Right.
But let's just get this written down. Manectric. Gothitelle. So both Trick Room sets on the same side.
Yeah, that's interesting as well.
And Diggersby. Okay, so we are just going to go with Lele Drifblim. Which feels like we have done for most games. And then with Volcarona and Fungus in the back.
Yeah, one thing Bass and I was thinking, we were like, oh, Volcarona is so good against their team, and we really wanted to lead with it, but we were like, they should probably lead something to counter Volcarona, I saw their game against the Jamies last week, actually, and I think the Jamies led Bugsy move with the Excelgor. Surely they must be afraid of that after facing it last week.
Yeah, Gyarados could be annoying, but Drifblim and Lele will be faster than Gyarados, unless it's a Scarf Gyarados.
Yeah, we were thinking maybe the Diggersby has a potential Scarf, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, that was the other thing that we were slightly worried about.
Yeah.
So they're going to go with Gothitelle and the big lad, which is Mawile. Okay. So that's exactly what we kind of expected.
Yeah.
And now what I'm thinking is we just go for the Gravity. We have to Gravity, and Hypnosis into the Gothitelle. Because we don't want Trick Room getting set up. Mawile might fear a Will-O-Wisp Protect, because they're thinking they might have a Mental Herb or the Psychic Z move, so they're thinking a Taunt isn't going to stop them setting it up. Unless they think we're going to double into the Gothitelle with like a Shadow Ball and Z move from Tapu Lele, which we do have the option of doing now. We could just knock out the Gothitelle here, but we do want the Gravity up, just so that we can start putting things to sleep.
Yeah, I definitely like Gravity in here on my end. It's just choice of target for you. I think Goth is probably the better call.
Yeah.
Worst case we lose Lele, but then worst case we lose Lele, Goth protects, but then we get a free switch and then we can just go for another Gravity, and then I'd get Sharpedo in.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is kind of the plan that we were going with. If we do lose Lele here, then we are getting a free switch into something which is going to threaten the Gothitelle straight away. And if they want to bring an Intimidate in on that side, the Gyarados for example, that's going to come in on a Hypnosis as well. So hopefully this is going to work out for us.
Either way, now we can spam Hypnosis and we'll be faster than pretty much their entire team.
Yeah, like this should confuse them as well, how Lele is faster than an Unburdened Drifblim. They will probably assume that the Lele is Scarfed.
If Mawile protects her, that's going to be really, really great for us. But even if not, I think it's okay.
Yeah. There's nothing Mawile can do to Drifblim that'll knock it out in one hit either. Barring critical hits. And with Gravity, it won't be able to Sucker Punch our Drifblim either.
Yeah. That's a really good point, actually.
So they're taking the time. They probably did not expect this lead.
I gotta say, I'm surprised they let Goth Mawile in the end, given that we had the option to just leave Volcarona. I thought surely they would have tried to counter Volk a little bit harder.
Yeah, I mean, they probably thought they've got a really safe switch into Chandelure.
That's a good point, yeah.
So the Mega Evolving.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
So Gothitelle's asleep, but now we've got options next turn. There we go. So here's the Gravity. And, watch him be like a Chesterberry. And there's a Hypnosis. So 100% accurate Hypnosis in Gravity. But now we can, we've got options. What we do here is either we Hypnosis the Mawile and Z move the Gothitelle, which will do about 65%. Or we just double straight into the Gothitelle, don't risk any sleep turns, and knock the Gothitelle out straight away. So do we play a little bit on the risky side with the Hypnosis into the Mawile, or do we just double straight into the Gothitelle and let our Lele go down here?
I'm leaning more towards Hypnosising the Mawile. But let's see. Mainly because I guess I get a free switch into Nidoqueen, so that's not even the worst if they knock me out here.
Yeah.
It's just surely they'd be targeting the Lele here. If Goth goes down, Digger's... they could potentially be faster with the Nectrake, or Chandelure or Digger's B. Well, no. Chandelure, unless they're Scarf. We should survive an attack from any of those anyway.
Yeah.
So... I feel like personally I'd like to Hypnosis the Mawile, but I suppose if we get like 2 bad one-turn wakes, that could be really frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, if the Gothitelle woke up this turn, would that be very bad for us?
It's not the end of the world if the Mawile stays asleep.
That's true, actually, yeah. So, let's just Hypnosis and Z move into the Gothitelle then.
That works for me. And if God stays asleep, we're in a really, really good spot.
Yeah, because the Z move will put it in range of Shadow Ball from Drifblim next turn.
Exactly.
Calculated that specifically on a sassy max special bulk Gothitelle. Oh, they've tried the double protect and have got it. If they get the first turn wake here.
I was thinking they might want to do that. And I was like, if they miss it, like they're just completely screwed then.
Now, if they get this first turn wake, then that is bad for us. I mean, we kind of went with this play because we thought at least if they do get the first turn wake, worst case scenario, the Mawile is going to be asleep and they won't be threatening us too much in Trick Room. And they don't wake up, thankfully.
Okay, good.
So now, actually, that might be even better for us now then, because or is it because? Like, I kind of want to Hypnosis the Mawile, but you are not going to knock out Gothitelle here.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, a Moonblast isn't going to knock Gothitelle out. We want to deny Trick Room, so I think I do Shadow Ball into the Gothitelle, and you could switch into something, but you're probably going to be taking an Iron Head, so I'm not sure.
Well, I can't switch, right? Because Goth has trapped me in.
Oh yeah, you can't switch, yeah. Unless they're competitive.
I could protect.
You could protect. That is that is a very good option.
Yeah, I don't see much reason not to protect here.
Yeah, unless they really think they just, they want to knock out this Drifblim and they...
Actually, I could make an argument for not protecting because then it'd give me a free switch in.
Yeah.
And when we knock out Goth, like Nidoqueen coming in would be really good against Chandelure or Manectric.
Yeah, we'll just be able to put anything to sleep. We just need to bear in mind that we've only got, 2 turns of Gravity left now?
Let's see. Yeah, it'll be 2 turns after this turn.
Yeah. So I Shadow Ball the Gothitelle.
Yeah. And I think I'm just going to go for a Moonblast here.
Into the Mawile.
Yeah. Actually, Psychic is better with Terrain up, right?
Psychic does more damage than the Mawile, and I suppose they could bring the Pangoro in. That's the only argument to Moonblast.
That's a good point. I don't think they'll be switching out, though, here.
I don't think so either, but, I mean, do whatever. Either's good.
Could get a potential special defense drop here, too.
Yeah, true.
I actually did a lot.
Yeah, that's good damage. And yeah, nice. I mean, this Drifblim has got quite a lot of special attack investment. It's Crunch. Oh, I didn't calculate that. Damn. Right then.
That's one thing we did not consider.
No, well, at least we've denied Trick Room for this turn, but they're probably going to bring Chandelure in.
You'd imagine, yeah.
And, ooh, yeah, if we had In-Power Rock on Volcarona, we'd be able to do something, but we haven't. Okay. Yeah, I did not anticipate Crunch at all. We could take...
I didn't either. It's just kind of frustrating because they went for the double turn 2 and got it immediately.
Yeah.
Crunch was a good tech.
In fact, I'm pretty sure... I mean, it knocked us out, but I mean, I'm pretty sure we could take a Sucker Punch. It's the same power as Crunch, isn't it? So maybe not. I just thought I'd calculated to do that. But either way, it's either Volcarona or Fungus here for me.
I feel like Volcarona is probably the better call because then even if we force them to set up Trick Room and then maybe we could get our Fungus in to start sporing them. Because if we bring out Fungus, then Chandelure is just going to threaten it immediately.
Oh, Crunch has got a 62% chance to knock us out. Oh yeah, Crunch is 10 base power more. Yeah, 62% chance to one-shot us.
Rolls haven't been great for us so far, but so it's whatever.
Yeah, I think it has to be Volcarona, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, we denied Trick Room for 2 turns? Yeah, here it is. I mean, do you think a Psychic and Bug Buzz or Zed Bug would knocks out Chandelure here?
That's a good question. Let's see. Surely they would just want to... I mean, they could protect Chandelure and go for like a Rock Slide.
Yeah, that is the worry. I think they will have Rock Slide on this Mawile.
I think so too. But let's see, we've seen Protect.
So Psychic does minimum of 75.
Oh, that's a lot. What?
And Volcarona, Bug Buzz does nothing. Zed Bug does 25%. So Zed Bug and Psychic does knock out Chandelure. But that is burning our Zed move, and it is risking a Protect.
Oh, do we think he's going to Protect here?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? This is the call that's possibly going to make or break the game. Because if we double into a Protect, and that Mawile just Rock Slides...
I think we probably just lose.
I think so too, yeah. And I've got Fungus in the back as well, which I'm not going to want to switch Volcarona into a Fungus. Into a Fire attack, rather.
Yeah.
Swap Fungus into a Fire attack, that's what I'm trying to say. Ooh. I'm tempted to just double into the Chandelure.
I am too, honestly. Like, protect and attacking with Mawa just seems so risky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna Psychic the Chandelure.
Yeah. Let's do it then. If Chandelure protects here, I think we've lost.
Oh, that's good. That's a good
promising. Yeah, a promising switch. Gyarados. Okay. I mean, they have. I'm pretty sure they have been using minimum speed Gyarados. Okay, this should knock the Chandelure out then. Yeah, well, it definitely knocks it out now. Unless it's a 50% berry. No! Unless it's a 50% berry. Well, at least they haven't got the Mawile and Trick Room. Wow. It's a 50, so even if we did have Hidden Power Rock, maybe with the special offense drop we might have knocked it out, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a shame, but oh well. I'm curious if they Trick Room here or not. They might not. But you'd imagine they'd want to.
Yeah, I think they will. They have been using a very slow Gyarados. I mean, this is going to do, what, like 30% to it now? Yeah, that's not enough. Oh, Calm Mind.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, I will take that as well. But now Gyarados is free to do anything, really. Like, Lele is the only thing that can target, the only thing that can touch that Chandelure here.
I mean, you would think Chandelure here is going to want to protect itself from an attack.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
You do have the option to switch into Fungus. Putting that Gyarados to sleep would be really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Where also, if we knock out the Chandelure, they're down to their last one on that side.
That is also true, yeah.
And we... Manectric is on the opposite end of Gyarados, so... I mean, that's probably going to be their last one.
Psychic. I'm assuming this Psychic is going to do about 60% to Gyarados.
Okay. Like, the safe play, I feel like, is to Psychic to Chandelure, and then you switch out into Fungus. Only downside is if they Dragon Dance there with Gyarados, and they have,
have a Z move and knock out the lane.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they have a Z move and knock out Lele, then, well...
I wonder if they're worried about Thunderbolt as well, because we haven't shown our full moveset yet.
We have. Apart from Protect, actually. We're not shown Protect. But we've shown Gravity and Psychic and Moonblast.
Well, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Psychic and Chandelure here.
Yeah, it is safe. It's predictable, though. But an I switch to Fungus?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it have to. There's nothing that... I mean, this targeting Chandelure covers the Fungus switching, so it is safer for Fungus to come in here, but... This is quite predictable. They easily could protect the Chandelure here. Maybe they don't have Protect if they've got a Trick Room and Calm Mind on it, but they have got Protect. Yeah, so we could have got the 60% into the Gyarados here, but we'll have to see what the Gyarados is actually going to do. Iron Head.
That should have knocked us out, right?
No.
No. Okay.
And now Psychic is not going to be doing enough to two-shot Gyarados. But at least we can threaten the Chandelure with the Psychic.
Yeah, I mean, I think here is a pretty clear Psychic and a Chandelure. You Spore the Gyarados.
I think so too, yeah. They could have Taunt on the Gyarados, but with Iron Head as well, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you really can't count anything out in this league, can you?
Right.
The Gyarados with Iron Head and Taunt, why not? But yeah, I think you have to Psychic into the Chandelure, don't you?
Yeah, I did. Ready.
And yeah, I Spore the Gyarados, I think so. I could Spore into the Chandelure as well, just to cover like a switch into Manectric or Diggersby or something, but maybe Sporing the Gyarados is better. Yeah, because Fungus can take an overheat from Manectric.
Yeah, I think if we get a sleep, that dramatically improves our position, because that slide will have not taken a turn of sleep yet, and the Chandelure, like, they'll be on their last one on the other slot.
Yeah. So Psychic into Chandelure and Spore the Gyarados?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems fair enough.
Unless, I mean, they could have Fly MZ, I guess. That's my one concern, but...
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, they could.
So we're really scared about that. I mean, you could protect Fungus here, but then that would give them a free switch in.
Yeah, I think the sleep is too good to miss. I'm thinking I'm Sporing.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they've got enough threats on their team for Fungus without using Zed flying on Gyarados. And that's one of them gone down there. Yeah, it's
Nice.
just
Okay. No flying. That's so good.
I mean, it could be the goggles or Lumberry.
That's true. That's true. Nope. No goggles, at least.
Yeah. The perils of using Spore. Okay,
nice.
Sleep.
Perfect.
So now they've got a guaranteed sleep turn next turn now.
Yes.
And, okay, so we have got... so Sharpedo and Nidoqueen on your side. Nidoqueen has got Thunderbolt on it, but if it is Manectric that comes in, well, there's Lightning Rod, and Diggersby actually will threaten the Nidoqueen as well.
Yep. Let's see, who do they have on that side? We haven't knocked anything out. They have a Gyarados, a Mawile, and a Tangrowth.
Yeah.
Volcarona deals with all of those after we knock out the Gyarados, but knocking out Gyarados is the key thing.
Yeah, Gyarados is a bit of a pain here.
Who do we think they're going to have in the back?
I think it's going to be Manectric.
I think so, too. I think it's better to bring out Nidoqueen here.
I think so, too.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Especially because they might not anticipate Thunderbolt and just Mega Evolve.
Yeah, and there is no Trick Room, no Trick Room option for them anymore now.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, so there's Manectric. Yeah, like, I don't think they will expect a Thunderbolt from Nidoqueen.
Yeah, I don't either.
But, I mean, the downside is we give them a special attack boost, and then they will be able to one-shot Fungus with Overheat the next turn, I suppose. 2-shotters, but probably 2-shotters anyway. So, I think they probably Snarl here, to be honest.
I mean, I'm feeling maybe switch out and protect the... -1 Earth Power still knocks out it at, after, like, right? Earth Power should knock out the Manectric at -1.
It'll be close. Mega Manectric. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it definitely does.
I mean, so if I'm them, I'm like, okay, we protect and maybe burn a turn of sleep.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think I still want to just Earth Power into the Manectric and you just Spore the Gyarados in case they switch out.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Like, Manectric shouldn't be able to one-shot Nidoqueen, right? I don't think it gets anything like it can.
No, Hidden Power Ice, I suppose, is the only thing, and that should not 2-shotters.
I'm gonna Earth Power Manectric, and I think you should Spore Gyarados.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, another play I was thinking was like Thunderbolt and Spore, and once they Mega Evolve, then we can Thunderbolt too, which is good.
Yeah.
And they do Mega Evolve, okay, and they stay in.
So
I mean, so even if we'll also see who's faster here. I kind of expect the Nidoqueen to be faster, but we'll find out.
Then the Gyarados.
No. Oh yeah, then Gyarados. Because you mentioned they were using really slow Gyarados, right?
Yeah, if it is no speed Gyarados, I put a little bit of speed in this Nidoqueen too.
Okay, yeah, so they burn Protect here.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, so we are faster too, which is good.
Yeah. And now, I mean, okay, so we can just Earth Power into that with a slot and knock out that whole right-hand side.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't want Gyarados to potentially Dragon Dance. I mean, I'm thinking. I guess the safest move is to. Did you pay attention to the sleeps there? I think Gyarados was the slowest thing, was it?
It was. Well, yeah, Nidoqueen went first.
Okay, good. So, they probably don't have Dragon Dance then. I think we can probably assume that, as it is slow. So, do you Earth Power into the Manectric and I just Rage Powder?
I feel like that is the safest play, right? I don't see how.
Yeah. I mean, okay,
yeah.
So like they.
I like that.
They Overheaters, Fungus should take about 80% from the Overheat. But
yep, I can Earth Power into Manectric.
They will be down to their entire left side, but I mean their whole right side will be gone, so Earth Power, Rage Powder, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you could theoretically Spore too, but it's safer here just in case they get the double and they wake up.
Yeah.
And if they don't get it, then it should just be, yeah. So I'm Earth Powering into Manectric.
Okay.
Are they not going for the double?
Doesn't look like it. might be a Snarl then. Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's fine.
So that should still knock out the Manectric, unless it's got bulk on it, unless it's like a slow, bulky Manectric. That should still knock it out. Yep,
nice.
So that is the entire right-hand side gone. And
nice.
That stays asleep. Okay, so Spore would have done nothing there as well.
Yeah, so we made the safe play there.
So now you're at -1. I wonder if Thunderbolt gets the Gyarados from here.
With Life Orb, I feel like it would, but we could do a calc.
Yeah, I am.
Let's see.
So Thunderbolt at -1 actually doesn't.
Interesting.
It does 83 to 98, assuming they're max HP.
Let's see. I mean,
like
there's nothing stopping us from just Rage Powder Thunderbolt, right?
No, I don't think so. Unless they have got something that knocks out Fungus, but then, like, Nidoqueen is
even if they do, then we bring in Volcarona, I Thunderbolt, and you Quiver Dance.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, that's right.
So I'm Thunderbolting here.
Yeah, and I Rage Powder, I guess.
Yep. And we should be faster. Nidoqueen should sweep that side at this point, actually.
It should, yeah. I mean, we are at -1. That's why I'm thinking, do we want to switch it out just to reset the thing?
Yeah, it might have actually been better to switch this past turn, but oh well.
Wow, that's a bulky Gyarados.
Is that Assault Vest?
It might be. It makes sense with Dragon Tail. So Fungus is back at full HP now, because of Regenerator.
I mean, that's perfect for us, right? That actually works out even better for us.
And I can Thunderbolt and Quiver Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cheers, guys.
Nice. I feel pretty good. I think we should have this locked up.
Yeah, I think so. So they've got Mawile. We don't know if it's Pangoro or Tangrowth left in the back.
Yeah, we spent forever trying to figure out how to lead with this.
We made the assumption Nidoqueen was faster. They might have been trying to Dragon Tail the turn that we saw we were faster.
Well, I'd be highly surprised. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did, I always like to think of the worst case scenarios.
No, that's actually a pretty good point. But I feel like even if they were, they looked really bulky, right? So I don't think they do enough damage to... I mean, you knock out one of the two, but then we get the Quiver Dance up. And I think Volk or Nidoqueen win at this point anyway.
Yeah. So this is Tangrowth. Oh, no, it's not. It's, I saw Noodle and assumed Tangrowth. But it's Pangoro. So, okay, this is the only thing that is potentially going to be pain for us.
I don't even know what this does. I'm going to look it up real quick.
It's just like a Scrafty without Intimidate, but it's bulky as well and gets Iron Fist. So it's like a cross between a Conkeldurr and a Scrafty without Fake Out, basically.
Okay.
It will have rock moves.
I mean, I feel like the safest play is for... Actually, can a rock move KO you through Protect?
That's what I'm wondering, yeah. So let's assume it's Stone Edge.
I feel like it probably does.
Zed Stone Edge through Protect. Ooh. It can. There's a roll. It can knock us out, but the chance is in our favor to survive it.
I feel like I prefer just attacking with both Pokemon here.
I think so too. I mean, I definitely. I mean, Flamethrower and Bug Buzz do the same damage because they're both neutral, aren't they? Yeah, I'm questioning my type chart here. Like, yeah, Bug is resisted by fighting, isn't it? So, Flamethrower is better for the burn chance. And Nidoqueen, yeah, I mean, I think we both just attack here.
I think so too. They haven't used the Z move on that side, so I'm thinking it probably is Z. Worst case, they knock out one of the two, but that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm overpowering.
So I went with Flamethrower over Heat Wave just because that does one shot Mawile without.
That did so much. That should be a knockout.
Without spread damage from Heat Wave. Yeah, okay. So just attacking was the best option there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's use Flamethrower and think, oh, we're not going to miss this attack.
It's honestly so reassuring after.
It is, yeah. And
he overheats still. It's funny. I feel like now potentially we could make playoffs, and it's like that game really was important because they're just ahead of us in the standings.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just play the last couple of weeks out and see how it goes.
And did you see the game against Not Scald as well last week?
I saw they had Grass Whistle.
they only won because they first of all hit the grass whistle and then got a first turn wake, or not a first turn wake. They hit 2 seed flares and the Snorlax didn't get a first turn wake. So like, I mean, it wasn't like utterly low rolls, but like the odds were definitely in Nosgold's favor to win that game. So
Right.
not that we've got anything against Tommy and Lawsy, but just little rolls like that could mean such a massive difference in this league. But anyway. The only way Mawile can knock out Volcarona here is with a Sucker Punch critical hit, but they've shown.
I think you just flamethrower.
Yeah, I think I just flamethrower. I don't think they'll even have Sucker Punch.
Actually, I mean, does Nidoqueen at -1 guarantee a knockout? I'm just quickly checking.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, it does. So you should protect, I guess, then.
Do you think?
I mean, might as well, right? If there's any chance they could Sucker Punch knock us out, we should be guaranteed to knock them out with Earth Power anyway, looking at this power.
Yeah, Earth Power does. Yeah, it definitely does, yeah.
Yeah, so you just protect.
Yeah. I mean, it could Quiver Dance, but...
But yeah, I mean, I'd be shocked if they actually had a Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I don't think they have
Even though they
Sucker
have
Punch.
Crunch, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Nidoqueen, we thought Nidoqueen might carry us this game, and it has done.
Yeah,
and you know what the bigger miracle is? My capture card has stayed working.
That's just all good for once. It feels like.
Like it literally would not work before this battle. It was cutting out and everything. Right. Well. Okay. So we'll take that. We've got a nice chunk of resistance in our favor for that as well. 4-0. So nicely done. I mean, okay. So the plan with the gravity and hypnosis kind of worked to begin with. It denied their Trick Room, which was, I guess, the biggest problem. We did assume they would have the goggles on something else. Foongus kind of stops their Trick Room mode as well. But I EV'd this Drifloon to survive a Sucker Punch from Mawile. Max Adamant, max attack Mawile. But I didn't anticipate them to have Crunch. And that was, what was it? Something roll in their favor to knock it out. And they got it, but thankfully it didn't matter in the end. So... Thankfully, Drifloon did something, but the rest of the team, and since we knocked out both of their Trick Room setters, we managed to always have the speed advantage and always have pressure on them. Basically, the big turn was the double into the Chandelure and them not Trick Rooming.
Yeah, if they Trick Room there, we would have been in a really tough spot. I think like Foongus would have needed to. We would have needed to maneuver it in somehow without taking any damage, which I think would have been pretty hard.
Yeah, we would have had to sacrifice the Volcarona, I suppose, wouldn't we? And
probably
we wouldn't have been able to deal with half of their team as well. I mean, I suppose we still had the Nidoqueen, which hits them Mawile, and the Thunderbolt on Nidoqueen was actually really good here as well.
Yeah, it was super, super helpful. But yeah, the Trick Room went up there. That could have been scary. Psychic actually ended up doing more than we wanted it to. But yeah, I was afraid they'd have the barrier. I saw, I was like, oh, that's so much damage. That's great. That's a knockout. And then they had the barrier, and I was like, oh, God. But no Trick Room going out there was really good for us. And after that, I feel like we had pretty good control of the game.
Yeah, like as VGC players, like whenever you see something that's like you're playing the game like instantly, like 3, 4, 5 turns ahead. It's like, oh, I've lost the game there. After seeing that barrier, assuming they're going to Trick Room. But well, thankfully, we've won the game, and actually, this is the first time we've won a game, and it's actually going on my channel. So hurrah, viewers on my channel, we've won a game. We won a game with Foongus as well. Foongus did something as well, so happy for that one.
Yeah, no, the lead worked out perfectly, especially after the protect, and definitely was a little bit, I was like, oh man, like the fact they got the double, because if they don't get it, they're in such a bad spot, but the fact they got it prevented them from taking a sleep that turn, and then we had to sacrifice, and then the crunch came out too, but
yeah. I mean, if they, so they got the double protect. If they had got the first turn wake there and Trick Roomed, that would have been potentially game over as well.
Yeah, could have been disastrous.
Assuming it's Rock Slide on the Mar. I suppose, I mean, I guess the Gothitelle had to have either a Mental Herb or the Zed Psychic on it to avoid taunts from Lily, which we have used in the past. So maybe there weren't any goggles on the Gothitelle. Obviously, Mawile can't have goggles on it as well, so it would have been able to stall out a little bit of Trick Room. I'm just wondering, looking at their team, where were the goggles actually? It might have been on Pangoro.
Yeah, that's the only one, but either way, we'll take it.
We will definitely
The beginning of the game definitely could have been pretty scary, but yeah, if the Goth like protected and they just crunched into Drifloon turn 1, that could have been deadly.
Yeah.
But obviously the downside there is eating up a potential Will-O-Wisp, which they were probably fearing. But when the Mawile protected, I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I mean that's what Drifloon's known for, just Will-O-Wisping everything, isn't it? So I'm just looking at the.
I'm glad we're at least having a little bit more flexibility with our Drifloom sets the last couple of weeks, which has been really fun.
Yeah, we've just kind of taken the shackles off, haven't we? And been like, screw you, let's minimize. Let's put you to sleep with hypnosis.
Exactly.
I mean, this is what we should have been doing from the start, really. I mean, we picked Drifloon because it obviously works well with Lele. It is quite a diverse Pokemon as well, but we've just been using it, like the first half of this league, we've just been using it like a VGC Drifloon when we could have been doing fun things like this with it. So I suppose, lessons learned as well. But
yeah, for sure.
Next week we're playing against Team, what are they called? Team Jar Jar, which is Alex and Lee from Spain and the UK, and they are both very good VGC players as well. So they've actually not been doing too well in this league. In fact, I think.
Yeah, I was surprised. If I had to guess, it's probably just they don't have any time to do it. But
yeah,
I thought their draft was really, really good, and they're really good players. So I was like, oh, surely they'll be in like the top 3.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I thought so too. But I mean, it's funny, isn't it, how we compare like VGC to leagues like this? Because as VGC players, their team does look like a VGC team. It looks super, super, super solid. But in a league like this, most of their Pokemon are physical attackers, so the teams with Intimidate have done quite well, and like really bulky, physically Pokemon have done well against them. And they don't really have many diverse Pokemon, I don't think. Like Hitmontop only does a few things. Like Tyranitar has got a few coverage moves and Dragon Dances, but it's got a 4 times weakness, which isn't so good in a league like this. It's very one-dimensional, their team, I think, which I'm sure they're aware of as well. Like, Tabugulu only really can go physical, can't it? Unless you're Duncan like last year and use Calm Mind and Dazzling Gleam on it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think their team is going to be tough for ours because Excadrill in Sand is going to be an issue for us potentially because that will outspeed Drifblim with some burden boost if they go Jolly. So we've got things to worry about for that, but that's next week, and we can put our feet up and relax for now, I think.
Yeah, definitely. The playoff dream is actually still alive, but I think Baz and I have just been having more fun with it, with our strategies, and it's worked out pretty well. So we'll just try to keep having fun. If we win and make the playoffs, obviously that's great, but we're just trying to take it one step at a time and use some cool stuff like we used this week and last week.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. Keep believing, guys. We actually can do this. One more loss and we can't, but we still can do this with 3 more wins. We still don't know what's happening with Ray Drive. I don't know if they're going to get dropped or if they're going to find a new partner or what's happening there. But we've got definitely 2 more games to play out, and we'll see what happens with those. So yep. Keep the hope for us, and we will see you next week. Battle will be on Cybertron's channel next week, so we'll see you then.
Yep. See you guys.